Games on games. Games on games on games. Games on games on games on games. Games on. All right, that's enough talk about games. It's time to talk about games. Video games. There are a lot of things in video games, from trees to grass to the lasting effect of violence and how it manifests itself over time. And also monkeys. I forgot about monkeys. But one thing you might not have noticed in video games is video games, like smaller ones, like video games in video games, like the title of this video. Oh crap, it says but. So today let's have a little look-see at that. At video games in video games. Where do you go to play video games? Well, if you just said the arcade, then ew, cringe. No, I'm just kidding. Please don't unsubscribe. No. The arcade is the easiest and most common way to contextualize video games in video games because it is the most public and recognizable space for these games to occur. A space that all people, young and old, can visualize. Arcades are a common place as game developers often show their history through them. Blizzard World and Overwatch has the Heroes Arcade, which references tons of Blizzard's history, but nothing is playable because you gotta go play the objective. Logan, get on the objective! No! In Stardew Valley, you can go to the tavern and play Prairie King and Junimo Kart while you avoid all of your responsibilities, which is a little on the nose. These games can suck you in for hours because they are incredibly fun, bite-sized experiences. And finally, the YAKUZA games have tons of playable arcade games within them, mostly of the Sega variety, because why play a boring YAKUZA game when you can play Fantasy Zone? I love Fantasy Zone. I don't even know what Fantasy Zone is. All of that is well and fun, but if you want to stay far, far away from an arcade like a normal human, you might just enjoy your video games through this new cool thing called a Blurbs. Go watch all of the videos right now. Also, a console could be cool too, I guess. And yes, they do have consoles in games, although it is a little less common. In Uncharted 4, you get access to Nathan Drake's PS1, but all he's got is Crash Bandicoot. I guess it'll do. Naughty Dog did this to remind players that it was a franchise right before they remade all of the games for the PS4. You could say they were being a little naughty. Did this guy just use the same sound effect twice in a video? That's so cringe. Ew, I hate you. Although it is still cool to play through this little slice of a game almost everyone recognizes. Animal Crossing 2 allows the player to play through a bevy of old Nintendo games, from Excitebike to Wario's Woods, and I learned this all from a Watch Mojo video, I Feel Shame. Animal Crossing's games all play like they did on the original versions, except now they are all free in one game instead of $60 a pop individually, making you an adorable little hustler. But if you just want to look at consoles in historical depth, there is no better place than an ASTROS Playroom, where you can peruse a ton of PlayStation's catalog of hardware from modern day all the way back to Sony's first steps. It is a fun mode of learning the journey PlayStation took to get where they are now and why people love their consoles so much. But we all know of the one machine most suited for the playing of video games, the most powerful, the most versatile, the most ubiquitous machine on all of the market, but sadly, they haven't put the SpongeBob plug and play into any video games as of this point, so we'll just have to settle for what we learned today. Also, I think they probably put PCs in video games, but who gives a shit?